Hot meat. All right. We got hot meat. It's a hot meat kind of day. I can hardly see these cars. Everything's like a take your life in your hands. All right, this guy's setting a pick right here. There we go. And that's what I needed. I needed a pick. All right. I like that. The guy sent me a nice scene right there. And that was it. A really nice screen. Hello, Shimei. Hello, Ronnie. Hot meat today. The meat is fresh and hot. How you doing, Carrie? You're in early today. The meat is fresh, the meat is hot. As we amble around the corner there. I'm doing good. Hello, Amanda Hug and Kiss. Congratulations on your pending nuptials again. So, I didn't know if I'd go live today or not, but I got some work done. So I thought, why not? I will go live. Please tap the like button if you're in. It is very appreciated. Okay, what are you just gonna cut right in front of me? Man, talk about the chosen few. I guess we're just gonna dust me right here. Desert, what's going on? I know a lot of you are in high heat situations today. All I can say is the summer's young, baby. The hot meat will be flowing. What's up, Barry? Got a big crowd today. Look at this mess. Woo-wee! Look at this. It's a lot of meat here today. Man, look at this. Holy smokes. Let's see if we can maneuver around and not be a meathead here. We're going to try to slide it in. All I need is to hit one of these hillbillies trucks or something, and then I'm really going to be in the deep shit. Right, this guy's backing up while I'm trying to back. You know, this guy, come on, dude. Why don't you let me get set first, okay? There you go. Now you got plenty of room to be your badass self. There you go. There you go, brother. You got to get a little bit of a wave in or you might get a gun in your head. All right. So it is Big Meat Thursday, which means tomorrow's our mega stream. 'Cause it's all right. It's Big Meat Thursday. Somebody today's like, Rosie, you don't have to complain about heat, honey. You didn't air conditioning. You went the whole winter without heat. To hell, this should be a walk in the park for you. Right, man. I guess I'll just never be super comfortable again in my life. I guess that's the story, right? That's the story, is we all leave with our 12 packs of beer today. Another Thursday night. We're going to go home. We're going to click on Selling Sunsets. We're going to watch some TV. Drink a lot of beer. Get up at 6 o'clock tomorrow and do it all over again. All right. No, I didn't use heat all winter. Talking about it in the house. I was like, well, you don't know. You didn't use any heat, so why in the hell should you care about the air conditioning? I hear you, brother. I hear you. I guess because I'm a reprobate. That would be the answer. Mr. Z, I was texting with him today. He's looking forward to the return trip to Vegas. We always do try to find the hottest time of year. Head down. It's good for a little personal mortification. We can sweat the sack off with no problem. All right, come on, dude. What are we doing? Are we going to go? Or are we in a parade? What are we doing? We're holding up progress. We don't know. Oh, man, I hate this neighborhood. Oh, look at this crap. Stuffed in like sardines in here. I got to buy a farm in Kansas or something. What do you guys think? Maybe buy a big spread in Steubenville and just grow corn. How would that be? How would that be? Yes, the 13th anniversary of being on the Rancho. I hope you guys enjoyed the video re-upload today. I enjoyed working on that a little bit and putting that together. You can get an idea of what the place looked like and what I was up against. It weren't a pretty sight, I can tell you that. But a year and a half of good hard work, many nights after work coming home and tooling up until 2 o'clock in the morning, it all paid off. To the Rancho you know and love today. So please tap the like button. Please hit the thumbs up. It is appreciated. We don't have any channel memberships here. We don't have any Patreons. We have a few very fine contributors that help out here under no obligation to do so. All content for all people all the time. That's the way we like it. That's the way we like it. I can sense it's going to be a summer. Hey, Cindy, we love you more, honey. It's going to be a summer of foul moods. Cindy, it's nice and crispy. Yeah, we're going to chooch in Steubenville. Yeah, thank you, Callie Mo. I'll be doing some more flashback videos coming up. Some more Keystone things there, you know, the Shine Shack, the bathroom, the workshop. It was 3 solid years of just hammer and tongue in that job. I was able to save a lot of money because I could do it all myself. I didn't get the I didn't do the tiling in the shine shack, the kitchen, but I damn sight did everything else. I did have Eduardo help me put the headers on in the kitchen over the windows. Hey, Sean Smith. I'm hoping this heat's going to just burn up this pollen. Hey, EJ. Man, what is going on here? I am roasting here. I don't know what the current temp in Vegas looked like. It was going to be 108 or 109 next week coming in, which is about where it should be. Not a lot of people out and about. Okay, we're going down to the preach and feed. We're doing the kitchen, guys. Got all of this crap on his back. There we go. We're spazzing out. Saving me from my ex-boyfriends. Oh, wow. See, I told you, I'm useless. I'm absolutely useless, honey. I am absolutely useless when it comes to coming to your rescue, babe. Nothing but a total disappointment. Oh, nightmare last night. Wow, all right. Shit, I'm all over the place here. What the hell am I doing? Oh, go ahead, dude. Go on. There you go, Pop. Don't give me the eye. I've been driving longer than you've been in planet Earth. Don't give me no stink eye. Alright. If we take this spot, we don't have to worry about that woman pulling next to me yesterday. Her car smelled like Armor All so bad because she's selling it. So she had all this damn Armor All spray on it. It was like, oh, it smelled so disgusting. Okay, that's good. We got some breeze going through. Oh, man. All right. All right. Whew. A little bit of a warm one today. Plus the allergies on top. Bring some pepper spray, that's it. Hey, here comes the trolley. Ooh. Pass on that. Got some dude riding it now. I don't know. You can see there's a lot of people here, right? There it is. Like nobody. Another great city idea. Hot meat. hot meats. What is that? Hot meat. Hot meat is mean. All right. Let's enjoy our cup of coffee. There's nothing. You have to be like the Spanish. Yeah, you know that Armor All smell when they put it all over the dashboard, and it just is. It's just such an obnoxious smell, and it just. I don't know. It makes it look cheesy. Hey, Joni. Right. And I could smell she had her windows down and the breeze was coming from this way. So all of that smell was wafting over my way. I thought you guys would be talking about the guilty Trump. Well, you know, in one way I'm surprised, and in another way I'm not. As you guys know, our former president has been convicted on 34 felony counts of paying off a prostitute and for lying about business, falsifying business records and all that. You know, the fact it came in for guilty on all counts tells me it's very, New York was like the worst place that you were going to be able to get a jury in there, because you saw Robert De Niro yesterday, right? That big-headed fool got he got his last night, right? Yesterday, De Niro. F you, you're washed up, all cool. I'm a grumpy bear that I don't know. Just my highlight of the week was De Niro getting into a shouting match. Ensured President Trump's being elected. Well, I don't know if that's a good thing, Naomi. I don't know if somebody that's been convicted of criminal activity, crimes, should be my president. I mean, I'm just, you know, I'm starting to kind of part company a little bit here. And I'm saying, now, I could vote for Trump, and, you know, I still very well may. But I'm saying at this point in time, it's almost like thumbing my nose at the judicial system, right? So I have to think long and hard about that, right? I mean, I'm basically saying I don't care what you do. You know, I mean, number one, you know, should the president be able to keep his dick in his pants? And then it makes me think if there was one, there was probably dozens of them. I don't know, you know. I mean, is this really the kind of guy that I want to be my president? I don't know. I mean, the Court of Appeals may throw it out and say it was just administrative grounds. It was a very poorly conducted trial. They might just make it do-over. Yeah, you sound guilty. Yeah, so I'll have to see. I mean, I'm still, you know, I'm still an independent, but I'm just saying, you know, you got to think about things. You just, you can't, you know, if you say if you say nothing matters, then, you know, at what point do things matter, right? Does he have to, you know, hey Lee, does he have to knife somebody for us to care and say, yeah, that's something I wouldn't elect a president for? You know, it just, there's a certain little bit of greasiness about it, you know, that just, and I don't know. That was what my thought was today when I was watching Trump. I think it would have. Well, it might have had a different outcome, and that should be worrisome to everybody too. That justice is a matter of geographic location, which it has often been in U.S. history anyway. I mean, you know, when a black guy would look side-eye at a white woman in Alabama or whatever, they weren't going to take the trial up to Boston, Massachusetts. It was going to be right there, right? So that black guy was as good as he gone, right? There was no chance of getting justice. The guy would be lucky if he even lived to see execution or whatever, right? I mean, they would pull him out of the jail and lynch him. Hey, Vinny, what's going on? But everybody's mileage will vary. Understand that that's what makes the politics go round. Everybody has a valid opinion on this channel. I speak from the centrist point of view, and I say it's I'll have to see how. I'll have to gauge by his reaction to this, And Atticus Finch for a lawyer, right? Okay, Jem. Are you Jem or Scout? Which are you? Are you Boo Radley? See how good my memory is? I just jumped right in there, right? That's the first and last thing she ever wrote. It's nothing like coming in with a bang and going out with a bang. Oh man, Harper Lee. Let's see. Vote Quimby. Come on, that's being down. I guess the evidence was pretty compelling. Come on, guys. We always knew that Trump wasn't really up and up businessman, right? We knew, in a way, De Niro said, "Oh, it's Trump was a bunch of hot air," and he grandstanded like he was a big hitter in New York and stuff. And there's something to that. There's something to that. I have sat on 2 different criminal judges, having the jury not guilty is my verdict. Well, it has to be beyond a reasonable doubt, so let's party. Lee, we're getting into it tonight, buddy. We had another bad day in the markets today, and he was a good president. Well, we have to think about, the decision. We have to make the decision who's going to be best, right? I mean, that's the thing we need to decide, right? I'm not exactly, the one big negative about Biden is that he has Kamala Harris on his ticket, and I don't like Kamala Harris. I don't think that she intellectually is. I don't think she processes stuff like the average person does. I think she might be a very well met lady, and I don't know, but I had issues with her all the way back when she was in San Francisco as Willie Brown's girlfriend and stuff. So, would she be a good president? I don't know. 34 counts. People don't think anyone because you slam her. Like, it's not a good thing. Yeah, I mean, there's something to that too, Naomi. There's a respect level. When Eisenhower came in as a general, there was a very high level of respect, right? I don't know, Mister. I don't follow these people. I haven't followed for years. There's of zero interest to me. Do you think there's any chance of him doing time? I suspect what's going to happen is the appeals court is going to overturn these, if I had to take my guess now, because of all the irregularities in the trial, I think the defense will have a very easy time petitioning for an appeal. An appeal means you don't do the whole court case over. You go stand before a panel of, 5 judges or whatever. And they review all the case evidence. They look at all of the court transcripts. And then a lawyer for the prosecution and a lawyer for the defense, they stand up and say what was right or what was wrong with the case. All right? And they're only going to be looking at it from the aspect of did the lower court follow the letter of the law? Or did they have any irregularities that would mandate the appeals court could say the decision stands, and then in which case the president can appeal to the Supreme Court of the United States, and that's not a slam dunk. that they would reverse that. That's not a slam dunk. All right. I like to think our Supreme Court justices are made a little better than that, that they're actually looking at the law and saying, okay, I don't care who you are, what your background is, but the evidence in this case was very compelling, and right? So I think his best shot is being kicked in for a retrial, and then he can petition for a change of venue. If the upper court, if the Court of Appeals judges that he didn't get a fair trial and was prejudiced by the venue, they have the right to order it that it be done in Boise, Idaho or something. I don't know, or in Ohio or something. I don't know, some Pennsylvania, some neutral place, supposedly neutral place or whatever. I don't know. But if he is guilty, then we have a right to be concerned about his ability to be a president of the United States, and that's my point. That's what I kind of bring my focus on, is at what point do we say that's okay to be president, but this is the line that you can't cross? Is it hitting somebody? Is it extortion? I mean, I don't know what line, I don't know what the line is. How you doing, TLF? What's going on? You guys know better than I, right? I mean, I can't imagine our country has finally come to the point where we have a convicted felon serving as president of the United States. It's kind of chilling. If you had told me, hey, Wolfgang, if you had told me that this would be the state of the affairs in the 60s or 70s, I might have seen a day when it would be coming, but I wouldn't think it would be in my lifetime. And we can't do any better than this? I don't know. Hey, Trog, how you doing? So I'm a little put off by that. I don't have anything to eat but noodles tonight, guys. I was too busy today doing paperwork, so I didn't pull anything out. I pulled some salmon out, but I don't feel like eating it tonight. I'll probably eat it tomorrow night. No fish Friday. So what do you guys think? I mean, am I wrong in thinking that when I'm wrong? Should I just vote for somebody just because he shouldn't anywhere near the White House? It is a sad place. It's a sad day for me. I'm at the point today where I have a president that's in office that's basically becoming less competent to handle world affairs, and I have another guy running for office that is going to have a hard time keeping himself out of jail. So, I mean, that's a hell of a choice. It's scary. Anybody ever know this trial is a dangerous road to go down? Yeah, long live the king and queen. Gordon Ramsay's like, we have Sunduck we can yell at here, right? So it's a lot for me to think about, but there'll be a lot more stuff coming up. Come September 1st, Labor Day is when the real campaign kicks off. I don't think I would want to put it down. I don't believe that that's a hard choice personally. Well, it's kind of a Hobson's choice for me, because look at what the alternative is. Right? Biden doesn't survive or whatever, and then I have Kamala Harris as my president. That's when stuff really gets dicey. Really dicey. And that's good, Gordon. But I don't think anybody's vote was changed today. I think people are pretty much baked in the cake. Right. I wouldn't put my stake in frame-ups by opposing parties. I don't care whether he's guilty or not. Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's going to make any... it's not going to make any difference to anybody that's going to vote. They're going to vote for the future. They're not going to care about the past, right? I don't know what Kamala the butcher. What is that? Did she used to work in a butcher shop, or what are we saying? Is she handling big meat or what? I don't have anything against her personally. It's just when I hear her talk, it's a little disconcerting. I think events in the Middle East are, now we're at the point where we're telling Ukraine, now you can use our weapons to fire into Russia. It's like, ooh, ooh. It's we're inching closer here, guys. I mean, it's, NATO's pretty much determined they're not going to let Ukraine go down. So if you think that Putin's going to back off, next election will be. I'm not voting. It's a younger bird's country now. No, we'll see your future, not me. Well, what you're saying, Trog, is that you have no wisdom to share with anybody. That's basically what you're imputing there. Is that there's nothing you have to offer. The evidence must have been strong. I don't know. Usually, if the United States, well, I don't know. What does this say? I'm voting for the brain worm. Look at mystery. It's like, well, there's one vote I don't have to worry about. I'm not a bootlicker. Golden recipes. Hey, Gordon Ramsay, have some treacle Lyle's golden syrup, right? Person laughs so much during interviews in my life. I don't know. I mean, the high point of my entertainment this week was De Niro. Fuck you. You're washed up. Fuck you. Now this is good theater, right? This is it. This shows you how uncivil politics is now, that you almost get in a street brawl. And I thought, well, here he goes, typical De Niro, right? You're going to get into your nice limousine with your bodyguards. Okay. All right, brother. This is your city, right? But you need your cotillion around you to. De Niro for president. A very good one. I only eat gold leaf. Well, you should be hanging around with Salt Bay, who drops salt down his sweaty arm and onto your beef, and then charges you $400 for it. Salt Bay. Right, Shimei? Am I wrong, Shimei, or am I not? Shimei will tell you I'm right. Shimei, tell him. He takes that salt, he's got his glasses on, and he just takes that silver coins, another jar. Lee, brother, please don't forget where you buried it. If you've ever seen the Disney movie Holes, you'll know why. All right? This was a great movie. God's sakes, brother, leave several maps around. About time Trump announced his voice. I think he's just trying to figure out who's going to be the biggest vote getter. Shemai's like Shemay knows, right? Talk to me like I'm a fifth grader. And I'm going to pay, you can literally see the sweat going down this guy's arm, and the salt's bouncing off and hitting his sweat, and then it's going onto your steak, and everybody's like, and the bill comes out. I gotta go to the bathroom, man. Oh, you don't worry, I got it covered. You don't have to run. Right. It's all so messed up, Cindy. Uh, thank you, Granddaddy Kush. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you. Please hit the like button. Thank you to all of you who watched the video. 13 years on the Rancho. That first year and a half before YouTube. That was probably the lowest point of my life right there. I think in a lot of ways YouTube really saved me. When YouTube came around, it was a really, really low point in my life. And if I didn't, it was good I had my work to throw myself into. I can't believe we made it through the 50s and the 60s. The 50s and the 60s seemed tame, man. All I had to worry about was freaks running around and no deodorant and, everybody get a haircut. And the sign said, long-haired people. Yeah, you like seeing Wolfie. Hey, Cindy. Thank you, sweetie. I love my Cindy Russo. I don't know, when I grew up in the 60s and early 70s, Cindy Russo, cover your ears. I hated it. I hated all that stuff. I told you today when Family Ties came out with Alex P. Keaton, and he came out with a briefcase and a tie. I said, this is it, man. This is the cultural, this is it. This is the pivot point here. And within a year, you couldn't even find a freak anymore. We all know anyone can be convicted and no one is under the president convicted. Well, I think I'm under that impression. What you're basically saying is the preponderance of the evidence meant nothing to anybody that sat on that jury. I don't accept that. I think that the evidence against the president was compelling and strong. Do I think he paid off a prostitute? I do. Do I think that he jimmies his business stuff? I do. His books and stuff, and I'm allowed to have that opinion. Now the question is, how should that impact my vote? What ethics matter to the presidency? Right? So the evidence had to be compelling. I'm just having your favorite, Gordon, because I didn't want to. I got salmon thawed up, and I'm having it for tomorrow night with some French fries. So, so that's the question: is what some people would say that's exactly what you need in the presidency. You need somebody that's as slick as a junkyard dog in the world. So. Even if he did, I'm sure he wasn't going to. I know that. Because it's hot today. And we're always talking about big meat. I agree with that, Cindy. But I'm just saying, it's a lot for me to take in. It would be me crossing a line that I've not crossed in my life before that says, okay, this is it. This is an important thing, though. It's not casting a stone. It's looking at what is and saying, there's a lot to chew on there. I personally thought that I didn't think he'd be convicted, and much less on 34 counts. So. I just try to be the voice of the middle. I don't know who I'm going to vote for. Lee Hale remembers Louis L. Goldstein, right? Do you remember Louis Goldstein? Lee? He was convicted because he has no I don't know. We're rewriting the books on government right now. Hello, I'm Louis L. Goldstein, your state comptroller. Your 1979 Maryland tax packet is now in the mail. Make sure to file early so you get your refund as quickly as possible. Thank you. Remember those commercials, Lee? Right? Running again, Rosanna Bar. I mean, Cindy Russo's correct. Plenty of guys have had dalliances and stuff, but they didn't go as far to pay hush money that we know of. Gave my map to the silver. I announced my. Oh, that's good. Isn't that amazing? Congratulations, Cindy. Well earned, honey. Good Lord, absolutely well earned. It's really nice. Hey, Nori. So I don't know, that kind of put us, as Gordon Ramsay would say, that threw a bit of a spanner in the works today. What did you do for work? I worked in the medical field pushing paper. It feels great now for the. Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Schaefer, yeah, Mayor William Donald Schaefer. He was a good one. He was the last one that gave a damn about the city. Right. Sam, ask her. Sometimes it seems all you're interested in is what people do. All right. I can't disclose that. Oi, matey. Yep. I don't know. Sam's always in here asking those. Always. What did you do? Where was it? You know. Strange. Starting to get a little red flag. Brandon. Oh, thank you, Gordon. I appreciate that. So if you're in here tonight, please give a thumbs up. Yeah, I thought some people would enjoy that. As if Biden's a standard bearer. Well, I'm not saying he is or he isn't, but you know, there's a lot to chew on there. I try to keep an open dialogue and let both sides weigh in a hypersonic. I don't know. You know, my daughter's in the United States Space Force, and she can only say so much. But she's, you know, basically she says, if you knew the shit that we had in space right now, and the capabilities that you had, she said, make no mistake about it, the next war is going to be in space. All right? And the object is to blind your enemy. We know where everything is up there, down to the size of a dime. Yeah, there's other trials coming up too. With the good use, or are they going to be trashed? They were junk. They were junk. Absolutely couldn't wait to get rid of them. I was glad that they were there because it blocked people from seeing there was a whole other quarter acre behind it that was included with the land. But most people never got out of their car. They would just tell their broker, drive one. Are you kidding me? They saw that tree of doom out front. It's like, are you kidding me? I don't want to buy a house. I don't want to buy a 2-year project here. Tough. My allergies are tough. Yeah, it was because nobody. Thank you, Trog. Because nobody, nobody would go look at the property. It was so offensive at the front of it, and it got worse. The further in you went, the worse it got. Yeah. The Shine Shack was built in 1956 with the property. It was used by used by a couple named Holiday. He was a mechanic. He used that for his shop down there. But they never put anything into the place. It had 50 amp service. There were 3 lights in the whole place. When he died, she just let the place go to hell, and she waited till the real estate bubble and popped, and she got out right at the top. And then it sat for 18 months. Just down, 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 down. Finally, I said, I just got to grab my sack and just get in there. And but the Shine Shack was there, but it was an awful blue color inside, and it was used for a prostitution house and a drug shooting gallery. It had a piece of hanging drywall in the middle that separated it into 2 apartments in there. God knows how many needles and stuff I collected, and right. It took a month to just gut the place and get all the brush and shit cut out of it, and old fences taken away. I have some other videos. Yeah. It was pretty wild, Cindy, and the week before I settled, the neighbor on the right side, as you're looking to the street, they zip tied his hands behind his back and put 2 bullets in his head. Drug deal went bad next door. They were in there cleaning up spattered blood when I'm moving in, when I'm getting the keys. I'm like, oh, did Bird come with the Shine Shack? I've had zero problem with the tendency of Blackbird. I just wish he wasn't such a pack rat. But I have to say I'm happy he's been getting rid of processing wire and stuff. So, he's moved a lot of stuff along, which is good. Problem with Bird, if he sees any piece of junk, he just picks it up and, I'll do something with this, or I'll do something with that. So I kind of put the kibosh on it. I said, you can't haul stuff to this property. It's not your property. You're renting the Shine Shack. So he understood that. I've never had an issue communicating with Blackbird. Everything I've always asked, he's done. Plus, he keeps an eye on the place. Yeah, I always stay on top of it. White dog, that's it. I'll put up the video about doing the Shine Shack. I might put that up tomorrow. Yeah, Sink tried to say, usually a hoarder, not that easy to do. Well, I've had an easy time with it. He has one huge limitation, and that's space. He has about 250 usable square feet, and that's it. So that's what we call a natural limiter. Well, I wouldn't care if I had to just, redo the Shine Shack. It wouldn't matter to me, as long as the floor and ceiling are good. Oh, I could make shine. I could be running a load of moonshine next Saturday. If I did it tomorrow, I'd be running it off in a week. Let me tell you, I know how to do a ferment. That helped pay for the Rancho, years of that. Years hauling in bags of grain. You can see the videos from grain to glass. The whole moonshine making process. Very popular video. Like I said, we've turned the corner now on some major work, and some major projects are coming to completion. So it's going to be more time for videos here and the stuff we used to do, and get back to that and start moving forward. I mean, I didn't anticipate I'd be writing a 700-page book. Teach Bird how to shine. I don't think he would enjoy it. We're not really big liquor drinkers. When it comes off the worm at 184 proof, you're talking about 92% pure alcohol. You dip your wick into that, and it's like, ooh, right. That gets to be such a level of purity that you can hardly even taste it. It's so, right. Hey, Nathan brings up memories. Nathan's been around a long time. Nathan, you've been here forever. Hardest working Canadian I know. Good to see you, Nathan. Oh, I had termite damage. Oof. That front bedroom, when I pulled that drywall away, holy. That's when I lost it. I just packed it in for a week. That was some complicated rebuilding that had to be done there. And then a year later, somebody plowed into the corner and took it out, the corner of the house. Some woman drunk as a skunk in her BMW, claiming that she was drinking because her horse died. Well, how's that going to help me? Oh, man. Well, there was so much water intrusion. The termites are drawn to damp wood. There were leaks all over. She didn't care about getting the roof leak fixed or anything. The place just, she just let it go to hell like something out of the movie Money Pit. Except she wasn't throwing in a 1930 Lincoln car. Almost brand new. Hey, Barry. Yeah, drink at home. That's where I do my drinking. My rule is always pretty steadfast. Unless I'm having like a big meal, I might have 2 beers, but otherwise that's it. It's 1 beer. One and done on the road. We were leaving Petaluma 6 weeks ago, remember, 2 months ago, and we got caught in a DUI checkpoint. The cop's like, "You been drinking?" "Yeah." That's live on YouTube. I had a drink at the, had a beer down at the bar there. How long ago? About 2 hours ago. Okay, you're good. Go ahead. As soon as he saw YouTube, he knew everything was recorded, so. Cindy Russo, I definitely take that to heart, honey. I do drink at home. I rarely get really smashed, maybe once every 3 years or something. I like to get a little tooted up on Friday nights. Your allergies look like they've been acting up for weeks. I'd like to think we're coming closer to the end of them. It's been a horrendous allergy season. I'm on a lot of pills. Push comes to shove. Yeah, get an Uber. Anybody with half a brain doesn't drink and drive anymore. Especially if you're going to get really goofed up. Plus, it gives me the freedom to have a few more beers and just cut loose a little bit. So, you guys know on Friday nights we like to tear it up a little bit on Friday nights. Friday, even though I've been retired for just past 2 years now, it's still Friday night still feels very special to me. So probably Christmas I'll look, hey Randy, I don't know. Tara's coming up in early November. We just cinched that deal today. Then filling up my garage bin too. Friday night hootenanny, that's it. If you don't get crazy when you have an Uber available. Filling up your garbage bin. Oh, bloody hell, Gordon. That must have been ugly. Do you remember the dude that looked like Dresden on Fells Point? I don't think I was around at that time. I just remember having a lot of breakfasts at Nick's Diner down there on Alisana Street and going to the Cross Street Market there. And my when I lived in the boarding house, and my landlady would walk down there and get the tomatoes, and she talked so slow. Well, how you doing? I went down to the market. I seen they had some nice tomatoes. You know, my eyes are just she would crack that first beer when she'd get up at 5:30 in the morning and be cooking breakfast with that first brew. Right, damn, she could cook, man. What she could do with a pork chop should have been against the law, I'll tell you. And when tomatoes were in season, she could always get the best ones. And I really like that communal aspect of everybody eating at the table, like in a 1930s movie or something. I think about doing something like that on the Rancho. Right, having a commune or something. But the problem with that is you get a lot of deadbeats that show up, and then you can't get rid of them. Yeah, she was a character, man, but they're all gone. Place didn't have any air conditioning in it, but boy, oh boy, man, we suffered in there. All right, take care, Nathan. That was the only meal anybody ever wanted to eat, was because it was too hot to live alone in a private single-family house. I don't like it. I like to be with people. We should bring back the commune again. Shimei already has her reserved spot. She has a place of honor. What do you think, Shimei? Put about 8 little houses back there and rent them all out. Have all the fights, central barbecue pits, and hot tub. What was the place that had the pastries? Awesome variety. Well, I know there was Vaccaro's Bakery down there. The only one I can think of, once you get up to the Polish area, St. Stanislaus up there and all that, there were probably a couple Polish bakeries. And then I'd have to go all the way out to, there was New System Bakery, which always had really good turnovers. We used to love it when my grandmother would come home from work and bring home a box of, well, she had Muley's, M-U-H-L-Y apostrophe, has Muley's Bakery turnovers. Or else we would go to New System Bakery and get fried raisin buns for Easter and Christmas. They were unbelievable. New System Bakery. And I saw Cloverland Dairy is still in business. They just had a thing on Baltimore Heritage about Cloverland Dairy. I'm back, had to go out on a rescue mission. Welcome back, Alan. I forgot Cloverdale. Hey, Doctor, Cloverdale merged with Green Spring Dairy. We also had Dunlogan. And Dunlogan and Cloverland joined forces to create Royal Farm Stores. That's their claim to fame. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Royal Farm. If you don't own a cow, call Cloverland now. It's North 92222. Bum, 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 bum. Our brown cows give the whitest milk. Do-do-do-do. I don't even know if you could politically correct say that these days. You might get shut down. Take a table apart for a couple women. Turning into Section 8 housing. No, I don't want to get I don't want Section 8 housing back there. I don't need that. I don't need the money. I'm the worst person in the world to be money motivated. Mr. Z, how you doing, brother? Man, it's going to be a few weeks. I'm going to be down with the Z-Man. I don't know if it'll be down before or after my birthday, but I'll be down there in Vegas. The Z-Man and I are going to go bowling. We're going to do some more shooting. We're going to have a cookout. That's going to be really wild. I'm going to be down there for, I think, 2 solid weeks down there. So I got a lot of work to do. So I'm looking forward to hanging with the Z-Man and doing some more of our legendary vertical streams and our regular streams too. There'll be a lot of recorded content though. It's always good to see Mr. Z. Kolaches. Lee Hale, you remember where St. Stanislaus was up there, right? Polish church. I was here for the big meat. Rest me stayed for the humor. No, the streaks are gone, Naomi. I took care of them. Unnecessary bond. Yeah, I don't want to go through that TLF to tell you the truth. Yeah, H&S Bakery down there on yeah, right down on Caroline Street down there in Eastern Avenue. Yeah, H&S Bakery. Big operation. And how much recorded you that without using on your trips? I would say, Ronnie, over the years, I've gotten better. If I shoot a clip, there's like a 95% chance that I'll use that clip. So I've gotten much more careful about framing my shots and stuff like that when I'm doing content videos. That way it saves a lot of time because I do all my editing in the phone. You know, slapping music on and everything else. So it's the easier I can make that, the better. And the thing I would tell people is the story trumps all. No matter how bad your equipment is or whatever, if you have a compelling story to tell, people will watch it. So don't play the game of, you know, I need the latest and greatest camera and all that. I'm still using a camera it's a smartphone that's 5 years old and I'm still doing it up. It's not the equipment, it's the person. So, big dip. So please tap the like button if you're coming in. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, I got nothing against poor folks, so it's good to see Mr. B. You go to Vegas and do a live stream and get into trouble. We've been really pushing the envelope. I know I got Mr. Z here, and that one I was in Naked City, he was like, he said he had to turn it off at home, but he couldn't turn it off. He had to go keep peeking. Something uplifting or interesting to say, yeah. He was like, when he saw in Naked City that 7-Eleven had been shut down, that's when he said, oh man, right. Right. He said, oh man, I knew it had gotten bad down there. When that 7-Eleven was gone, I mean, what did it take to knock a 7-Eleven out? It takes a lot, right? Does mixing coffee and beer doesn't do anything to me now, because I have a good gap between my coffees, usually 2 hours before my afternoon coffee and then my dinner. Yeah, let's push it some. Catholic Charities at dark. I don't think it's terrible down there. The thing I love is the gift of Gab and his squeaky camera. You made me tripping. I know what that place is like firsthand. Mr. Z's like, I can't even watch this. It's like, dude, if you're that stupid, I can't even. Now, what's it going to be like? Because, you know, Mr. Z, everybody's going to be after me to do it again down there. And it's like, how many times can you press your luck? Amanda Hugginkiss would say an infinite number of times. We know you got courage. Just go do it. You know, we know that you got the balls. Just, what are you worried about? She's like, you got that big mouth. You'll talk your way out of it. Oh, that was terrible. The worst part about Naked City is everybody's sitting in their cars. Right? 9 o'clock at night, everybody's just sitting in their car with the windows down, and you're coming through with the camera. And you're just counting car after car, just wondering in your mind, is this going to be the one? Is this going to be the one? Is this going to be the one? Right? Are being pushed in the air. I get very. It's not a question of privacy. It's you got to push back. The atmosphere. It was fun to grow up in good memories. Yeah. I used to have a fastener business on Eastern Avenue at Caroline Street. And then I sold that business. I serviced Clark Equipment Company out on, I don't know what the hell it was, Eastern Avenue out there. Bethlehem Steel, Domino Sugar, a lot of the factories I was servicing. Yeah, well, also, all right, Cindy, take care. Also, a lot of equipment, like Bethlehem Steel had a Vost Alpine continuous caster steel operation, and they had this one gauge that had gone bad, and they had to shut down the whole line. And that was my chance. She, you know, Paula, I can't remember her name was. She was the purchasing manager. I tried to get in with her for 2 years, and she always blew me off. So she called me in desperation one day, and we got this Vost Alpine caster here. They're shut down. They can't do anything until they get this part. Man, in 2 days I had that part in there. Putting on my silver jacket, my helmet gone in there, and here it is. Right, watch the guy fit it up, and he'd shake my hand, and I was in like Flint at that point. I was the go-to person at Bethlehem Steel. Why did you quit such a good business? I could see that it was going to take a toll on my back, because when you're servicing the fire department of Baltimore City and their garages, their repair garages and stuff, a lot of these bolts for like backhoes and stuff, these things are this long, these big grade A bolts. And I got tired of lifting up boxes that were 60 and 80 pounds. And I thought, I'm not going to survive if I, because I'm 150 pounds, right? I'm not going to make it, right? So I had a guy that had a casting business, John DeLomo, Italian guy, and he said, I'll buy your business from you. I'm like, okay, dude. He cut me a check, and that was it. There was just no way I was going to be able to continue, you know. I picked the wrong product. I mean, I pushed it, I sold it well, it did great, but it was just too heavy a product. When I'm servicing strangers. Yeah, well, whatever. Anyway, it's great to see Mr. Z. It's going to be, I think about 3 weeks or so. I'm going to give you the dates, Mr. Z. Because I think we're going to head right out and we're going to do some bowling. I'm maybe going to try to come in on a Saturday. I haven't decided yet, and then we can hit up some bowling on Sunday and have a good time, and have a cookout again. Hey, Roxy. Most steel's coming from India now. We do have some good steel service, so we have. I used to buy a lot of stuff from Nucor, which is a really first-class operation. All of my grade 8 bolts, high tensile stuff. Some of my accounts demanded American made. Eastern Stainless is just shut down. They made all the Craftsman tools were made from Eastern Stainless Steel in Baltimore, East Coast. The uranium mining. Well, hey, happy face. Yeah, so a lot of good stuff to do with Mr. Z. As usual, I'm not going to take him out on vertical streams. Did you pour the concrete planters? I framed them up, Gordon. I did the form work. Unfortunately, at that time, before I even had an iPad, I still have it. I have a Samsung flip phone. And I took pictures from my Samsung flip phone, and I could never figure out, they were real shitty looking anyway. I was really a neophyte. I didn't know anything about video or pictures. I could never figure out how to get those pictures out of the phone. And one day I just ended up pushing the wrong button, and it deleted all the pictures I took of taking down the chicken coop on the back deck, and then doing all the concrete pour and all that stuff. So, if you can set forms and things like that, you can save a lot of money. And I had some guys come in and pour, and then they had a couple really good finish concrete guys that did the finish on it. So the crane came in from China. Well, I don't mind where a crane comes from. It's just, it's metal, right? I like bowling. Oh, we had a good time. I think Mr. Z broke 100. I didn't. I had like 83 or something. Yeah, the pick and Wolfie. That's it. Yeah, so I'll go back and look at some other stuff to put up on there. Since we're kind of in anniversary week. It's hard to believe June is my birthday month, June 21st. That's hard to believe. Oh, concrete is forever, Gordon. I had the electrical chases put in it, and all the tubing for making it a planter boxes. If they were made of wood, they would never have lasted. The sun would have just degraded them on the back there. That sun just it puts a beating on things. Man, I got to get a Chrysler 300. Oh, it feels so nice now. 83 degrees. No, I don't want railroad ties. I don't want to smell creosote and all that. Concrete is forever, and it made a beautiful deck out back. You go in at nighttime, there's lights on the steps there, so it's nice. So it was the end of the steel industry. Yeah, at one time that was the biggest steel plant in the world, Bethlehem Steel, Sparrows Point. They had the Fairfield shipyards, all that stuff. A lot of stuff came out to fight the war out of that place. A lot of the steel that went into the Golden Gate. Black with a black widow on the hood. That's it, Mr. Z. Yeah, so I can't wait to see the Z, man. It was nice today. Probably got up to about 85, maybe 88. Not bad. I'd like to think maybe the allergies are tailing off a little bit. No, I don't want a Durango. I love the 300s. I just love the body style. I just think they look really, I don't want to say really hood, but they look like they'd give a hell of a comfortable ride. I'll be copying Rosa, my man friends. I have no regrets about them. They've been wonderful. I could, if I really put my mind to it, I could have a whole full-scale garden right there. They're probably, I don't know, 1.5 feet by, it's a couple 100 feet of space there. Good sun. The Rancho's positioned so it gets really good sun. What do I think about investing in the stock market? I think the value's been gone out of it for a long time. I remember in 1982 you could buy stocks at 6 times earnings. Now there's something like 30 times. So 5 times, you're paying 5 times more for $1 of earnings than you did in 1982. So everything always reverts to the mean, so that'll be heading back sooner or later to that level. So things are slowing down. Hey, Brad. Especially if interest rates are going to rise. I prefer short-term money. You can get 5.25% on a 30-day T-bill. Well, anybody'd be crazy not to inside trade, right? You'd have to be dumb. Even Martha Stewart did that, right? Man, if I could get, I would tell Mr. Z, I heard this is going to happen. I'll say, Mr. Z, you better load up the truck on this stuff, right? I'll be telling everybody. You look at Salesforce dropped like what, 20% today? I mean, down 50 points. That's an air pocket, brother. Stocks can stand up to anything except rising interest rates. The whole town would know when Dow split. Everybody would know. The SEC wouldn't know who to call first to investigate. We got hundreds of people, right? Who's the one? Who's the source? I don't know, man. Let's just pick this turkey and say that was the one. Handles Dell money. You always look forward to that evening cook at Mr. Z's. We got to get some lights set up there, Mr. Z. Our trip to Smith's Market or Albertsons. Get some big meat. Funny over at church today, everybody's squawking. They had paid money to put some handicap access doors. You know, you push the button and they open. So they were all crowing about what a good price they got on the job, and they get the install done on Tuesday and Wednesday. And the guys doing the install, the company's like, well, we have to have, when's the electrician coming? And the guy's like, what do you mean? It's like, well, we need to have electric feed to these doors. Yeah, aren't you guys gonna do that? I shouldn't laugh. That's going to add a whole new cost to the whole deal. You know, I tell people, you're not equipped to look at contracts. You know, you shouldn't. Your hands should be tied. You should be made to sit in a corner and let somebody that's used to looking at contracts to look over things and make sure you're getting the whole thing. So that's going to be a big surprise tomorrow. So I thought to myself, well, I hope you all learned a lesson, right? So hot to get these doors in. You guys know, it's the world today. So I thought, well, what a clever company, you know. Well, just call us when we got power there. We'll finish the job. I love that. Lee, what variety of tomatoes did I plant? I planted one mortgage lifter. I have Ace 66, something called Ace 66, and I think I have Better Boy. I believe I have 3 varieties. Mortgage lifters are slow, but they're so incredibly tasty. And they get really big, so you don't really get a super ton of them, but they're really good. And then the Ace and the Better Boy are very productive. I had Heritage last year. Heritage aren't very productive. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting a place out in Steubenville. And then we can head out there and do a restoration job, maybe. But you got to get a place that's not going to be trashed. Steubenville is on the border of West Virginia. Right there, it's west of Pittsburgh. It's near where Maryland, West Virginia, Ohio, Pennsylvania all come together. If you were to play one and knocked off a bowl full of money, would you stop or play on? Depends how the coins are standing. It's just hit my front door. I like your neighborhood, Mr. Z. I like sitting out there in summertime. It is absolutely fantastic to sit out there. And when that sun goes down, there's no better place in the world to crack a beer than right there. We need to get some party lights set up there. So we go shooting, try some different, hopefully we get out to a little different restaurants. I got a little bit better odds of getting a little money in my pocket. I don't know. In the summertime when the weather is fine, you can grow mushrooms. I don't know what that means. My dream car right now is, well, my all-time dream car is a 1932 Cadillac V12. I'd really be the cat's meow in that baby. It's about 6,000 pounds. V12 engine. Other than that, my dream car is a Chrysler 300. And I see it right over here. It's teasing me. There it is. Right over there. Look at that baby. Tell me that's not a thing of beauty. Mr. Z, don't forget to clean my Glock. He's like, oh. It's like I finally figured out what Rosie's doing. Every time come down with a gun, you're leave. Oh, I left my gun there, and then the Z-man's gonna take it in and clean it, right? Yeah. What am I, dumb? He's like, I agree with you. That Walther was the worst thing to clean on planet Earth. Ugh. Yeah, still got your own clean. Yeah, I don't want to deal with tenants and stuff. I don't, I don't really need that much money. Cadillacs were jank indestructible. Yeah, this car, if you ever just Google or look up images, 1932 Cadillac, it's just, I think that was the pinnacle of the American coach building period, just when the Depression was really biting in the worst. And these Cadillacs were just, I don't know what the wheelbase was, 136 inches, something astronomical. And, wow, low torque, low horsepower, but they were built for ride. They weren't built for speed, V12 engine. Probably got about 6 miles to the gallon in the city. It's an awesome car. They're worth a fortune, though, if you can find them. There's, Jay Leno. They end up in Jay Leno's garage. A lot of our great stuff went into melting pots in World War II. Yeah, I'd like to get a 300. Oh, listen to the birds. Listen to the birdies. In my community, I was president of community, so they impeached me. Wow. I know Monkey Boy would like to get rid of his. Uh, yeah, I wouldn't say they're super rare. I mean, I think 2024 is the last year they're making the 300. I don't know. It appears like sedans are going to be a thing of the past. Which, you get to a certain age and you kind of want a sedan. I don't want to be tooling down in a truck, and I still have the van for use if I need it, right? Oh, the Cadillac. Oh, very rare. I don't want a Charger, Joni. It's all that's lost on me, honey. Right. All that muscle, and I'm not happy about it. I want a Hemi V8. I don't want to have uh, they put these turbochargers on these little blocks of these little engine blocks. They're just going to fly apart. The smaller the mass of metal, the worse it is. Yeah, the Duesenberg's a good one. So is the Cord, but they're exceedingly expensive. Packards are great too. If you can get a Packard from the 1920s or early 30s, but they're highly collectible. Auburn's the same way. 6.2 V8. That's what we had, Mr. Z. Growing up, we had a 1966 Ford Country Squire with the magic tailgates. And somehow or another, we would all fit in there. And then we had a 1973 LTD station wagon with a 429 cubic inch or whatever. That thing was a beast. That thing would float down the road. Country Squire with the fake wood on the side. Yeah, 454 Caprice. You're starting to get up to a lot of cubic inch displacement with these babies. I mean, a lot. I don't know, 492 cubic inch. I think Cadillac had like a 500 something. It was from Detroit, San Francisco. That's cool. Are you going to San Francisco? Wear a flower in your hair. You could be with Bobby and hanging out with Janis Joplin and Grace Slick and Jefferson Airplane. The rentals we had were not the best. They're tough to go. We spend a winter in Steubenville and just go to fix up a place out there, you know. Right. We head out in mid-November and we come back in May. We just do a blitz job, right? You can't find nobody wants to rent any commercial space here. Hagerstown, baby. I'm going to a new town, Hagerstown. I prefer Cumberland. You can look at my videos of Cumberland. I like to be way out in western Maryland there. Yeah, you have Frederick, then Hagerstown, and then Deep Creek Lake, and then you're on to, Cumberland, where West Virginia comes up to, and Virginia, and I've been in a station wagon. Oh, yeah, it was great. It was powerful. The 429 was something, Ronnie. That's when I got my first speeding ticket in Delaware. I was doing like 77 or something. At that time, we had the Jimmy Carter, like 50, 55 or 50 mile an hour. And in Delaware, you go right into court. The cops like follow me to the courthouse. I don't think I have time to prepare an adequate defense. And, I stand before the judge handy, and it's like, they got you going 77 miles an hour. I'm like, well, the guy came out like behind a row of fake corn, like something out of a Batman show at the beginning of Batman doo-doo-doo. When the fake corn goes down or something, and here comes the Batman, the judge like, I don't want to hear about some Hollywood freaking TV show. Answer the question. He's like, you seem like the kind of person that just likes to talk, right? I'm like, okay, this is how it's going to go. And I still have the receipt from that ticket, by the way. And, she said something like, and I said something, like F you or something, muttered under my breath or something. He said, oh, I see how this is going to go, guilty. That was it, right? I was like, I didn't have time to prepare an adequate defense. He's like, get the hell out of here, right? Bridgeville, Delaware. Got called right into court. I still have the receipt for the $25 fine. Oh, man. That car, that 429, Ronnie, was just cruising along, floating on the road. I got the tunes cranking. I'm on the Eastern Shore. I'm having the time of my life. I'm thinking about eating crabs and seeing my girlfriend, and yeah, right. And the next thing I know, woo. Lee, you know where it is, on 404 through Bridgeville, Delaware, because I was so stupid, I thought I'll just take the alternative to Route 50. I'll go through the 404, which is another popular alternative. You've been pulled over in Bridgeville too? That's funny. What a speed trap. It was like a money-making machine. There's just people pulling in after me, going right into court. I was probably the most amusing one of the day. I started relaying the tale of Batman, right? Just like, I don't want to hear about some TV show or you have a problem with the way we do business here. It's like, do you want me to answer that, or are you going to yell at me again? It was like the boss was the judge, right? Oh man, it was an ugly day in court. How disappointing. My moment of justice. Idaho towns have weird laws. Well, what about Steubenville, Ronnie? I would put somebody in YouTube into it as a rental to protect it in Steubenville. Pack up our tools, let's go. You're like, wow, I can't believe Rosie bought a place in Steubenville. Really? Hope you like cold nights. Hope you're not on the floodplain. May would be happy because it puts me within hours drive of her Pittsburgh Steelers. 404 was terrible, Lee. It's like it was the alternative if you were going to go in the north side of Ocean City, the 69th Street Bridge or whatever, Route 90 there. Yeah, this judge, they just had a money-making machine down there. But you talk about, if you talk about justice being short and, you know, justice delayed is justice not served, right? It was in and out. Penn Turnpike. I don't like it. The Pennsylvania Turnpike is terrible. It's absolutely terrible. It's always very washboard. The lanes are narrow. There's always big coal trucks running around, and it's always raining. They're always working on it. Oof. It's always rough. I couldn't wait till I got on 68 National Road. Watch Rancho. Jenny, buddy, thank you. Yeah, it was rough. I hit a low point. That was a bad stretch in my life there. Cops hang around city limits and county lines. That's it. Well, I guess I was shooting through Caroline County, and I thought I would come in through Delaware, the 404, and then somehow or another connect to Route 90 across the upper Ocean City Bridge there. And I don't do that, Lee. You should have been the days when there was only one bridge and we had to alternate traffic. You'd have to sit there and wait an hour and a half for all the traffic to go one way and then the other way. And oh man, cars breaking down, overheating, people pissed off. That's my memory of traffic in Ocean City, the one-way pattern on the Bay Bridge. Whew. We always stayed at 41st Street. You're vulnerable. I try to follow a rabbit car. You know, I never felt imperiled on the road. Maybe in Mexico when I was stupid enough in Ensenada to hop into a minivan and like, oh, let's go see the tough areas of town. Boy, they didn't disappoint. You can see that video. And I thought, you know, the guy's like, we should make a porno movie, or, you know, I'm like, ooh. Like, I want to make a movie with you. Uh-oh. I'm like wondering if I'm going to come back in one piece. Yeah, I always follow a pigeon. I always call it the penguin. We put the penguin out to test the ice first. I rarely take the point. I'll always have somebody on I-5 that always wants to do 90. And I just get behind that turkey. I got to be careful behind me, though. Sometimes you get cops come up and they got their eye on somebody ahead, but you'll do just fine. They'll take a piece of your meat right there. Ensenada was nice. You go up on top of this, like 1,000-foot elevation, you look all over the city. It's beautiful down there. All the lights at night and everything. I have some good videos from Ensenada. Last time I got busted for speeding was 2005, maybe. What was the place in OC with the giant gorilla? Didn't they have Jolly Roger or something? And then when I was a kid, we used to go to Playland. One day we could go up there and get dropped off at 11 o'clock. It was like $1.50 to get in. You could ride all the rides, Playland. Jolly Roger was like on 28th Street or something. And you had the Trimper rides down at the inlet there. And everybody hung around 9th Street. When I worked down there for the summer, I stayed on 28th Street, Robin Drive back there, where all the workers stayed back there. That was all right. Sharing an apartment with like 8 guys. After a couple months, you don't want to sit on the toilet anymore, right? And the glass box used to scare the shit out of me. Playland Park. I don't know. Yeah, down at the inlet, they used to have the Wild Mouse roller coaster. And that thing used to just shake. It was all wooden frame, and it just like, geez, you know. Those days, nobody really gave a shit about safety. You know, you fix the problem when the problem happens, when somebody's car goes off the side. That's when it comes to your attention that we have a maintenance issue. Oh, they have all that. The Great Zorba, and yeah, I still see them all over the place. Zoltar. Mr. Z looks like Zoltar with his mustache. I am Zoltar. I am Zoltar. All right, let's go down and see if we see a 300. Oh, man. Yeah, I didn't really get up to Lancaster too much. We just went to Hershey. That's when people know you're Baltimore, when you call it Lancaster. Man, he's coming down from Lancaster. Oh, ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, ooh, ooh. Funny you should mention that, Hyacinth. I just went to confession last Tuesday. Oh. So that's a good reminder that I did. Thank you. No, not yet, Cobra John. Too much else going on. It's to be honest with you, it's not at the top of my priority list. I still have to do some programming on the timer. It only went off on Wednesday night. It didn't go off last night, so obviously I didn't set it right for every day of the week. And then I got to wait for the hog wire to come because I have to do the tomato plant. And I have to make sure that they have enough water. Once I get them fully automatic, I'll be able to do that. I had a girlfriend from Downingtown, Pennsylvania. She was I don't know, her mother could really cook well. She made spätzle and all this Pennsylvania Dutch dishes. I don't know if they were Pennsylvania Dutch though. I don't know. That I couldn't swear to. But I just knew that she was a really good cook. Nice family. Well, thank you, Hyacinth. I think, you know, we share the same basic values. The S-curve of doom. Oh, it's really nice. It's 82 degrees right now. Yeah, not the Amish food is okay, but shoe fly pies and all that stuff, it just starts to get a little too heavy for me.
Roger!
Hey, butthole!
I'll show you how to do.
Another whacked out. Hey, hey! Mario, some guy's tweaker was screaming going up the road. They do that all the time. Well, somebody already tagged that building. Just another idiot. Another lost soul. I guess I shouldn't call him an idiot, but you know, who needs it? Come on, let's go, dude. There you go. Well, thank you, Hyacinth. You're very sweet, honey. I turned my life around dramatically in 2023, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without the help of the Lord. Call your basic conversion experience. We're gonna go down. I hate this dealer. I can't stand this dealership, this Cardinal, because I took my van in March 1st to get March 5th or something to get the recall stuff tended to. Here it is 3 months later, and they still haven't called me in to get the work done. And then when I went to the DMV, the guy's like, oh man, yeah, that's the worst in the world, trying to get them to do anything. That's a real warning shot for you right there. Any car dealer's only as good as the service department, so if I would take it all the way up to Healdsburg to be serviced, to stay away from these birds. Hey, Mr. Z's still here, yay. We should go to the, this time go to the American Shooter range, Mr. Z. Try something a little different there. Please come to Wisconsin. I love Wisconsin. Wisconsin was one of the prettiest states I ever went to in my life. I drove from Milwaukee all the way down to Dubuque. I could not believe, and I enjoyed my time in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Milwaukee. Every single farm was pristine. It's like there wasn't a blade of grass out of place. Every building was beautifully painted. And just beautiful rolling countryside. I just thought, wow, what a place to live up here. And what was better is that Wisconsin's the heaviest drinking state in the union, which I thought was pretty cool. I thought, now that's my kind of state, right? Well, I would love to meet you too. I've lost count of how many people I've met on YouTube. It's way up in the hundreds. Well, Ronnie's up there. I'd like to go up to Sheboygan. Try out the brats up there. There must be lots of places that make brats. Besides Johnsonville. Man, this dealership. 3 months. 3 months. Should I tell the guy I would never buy anything here? Worst of the worst of the worst. Here it is. I get a bad tingly feeling just pulling up here. They don't even like you to park out here because they want you to be up on their property so they can assail you when you go up. Cardinal Way. Just terrible. Just the worst of the worst of the worst. Cali's great. I'm not leaving Cali. I might buy a place in Steubenville. I don't know. Oh. Let's look over here at these birds. Been months. This used to be Lithia. Can you imagine March I pulled in here? I think I'm 100%, 95% power is good. Oh. Of course, they never have prices on them. We have to see if there's any creepers here. There's usually always a creepy sales guy around. There's a nice Sonata. Malibu. Yeah, It's useless. They don't put prices on them. That's a nice looking Malibu. Our commitment to customer service. You gotta be kidding me. I don't see any 300s. $48,000. I don't know, Mario. $59,000. I don't see anything here. I think when they get 300s in, they move pretty quick. Imagine all these months later, I'm still waiting. Oh, man. Malibu's nice looking. (2023) 40,000 miles. How in the hell do you get that kind of miles on it? How do you put that kind of mileage on? There's no way it's a rental car. All right, well, it's good we avoided the creeper sales guy. But I would definitely dissuade anybody from buying a car here. I've had nothing but problems with these guys. When I got some recall work done about 4 years ago, remember that? They hit something on the car, and then they tried to charge me because their mechanic wrecked a part or something, and I said, oh hell no. Right. I took it all the way up to the regional Ram guy. I'm like, there's, I took my van in for recall work, and this was in 2019. I'm trying to get on the road to get to Canada, and so the guy damaged my car doing recall work, and they're trying to charge me for it. I mean, what's the guy gonna say? He's just gonna, okay, we'll take care of it. He wasn't gonna throw his own. Is this the Carmack here? Yeah, he wasn't gonna throw his own guy under the bus, And I'm like, well, that's a fine how do you do. Imagine that, like you guys hit my car, and you damaged my vehicle, and you want me to pay for your negligence. I said it'll be a cold day, and you know what? I thought, ain't that common to ask somebody to do that? That's when I knew I had a really whacked dealership there. And then the guy, when I went in to get the vehicle, he's getting all nasty. Well, you're lucky you've been in. Because I would have said no, but I never would have given you that. So I'm saying, let me get this correct. Your guy damages my van doing recall work, and you want me to pay for his damage. And I'm like, well, this cat's not going to do it. Not this cat. Dream on, brother. You could try that with the next chump, but not me. There's no way in God's green earth I'm paying for that. Imagine that though. It's like if a painter comes and spills a gallon of paint on your carpet and then wants to charge you for it. No, but you know the point I'm making, Alan, is, why would that be my problem when you damage my vehicle? Why would you want to give the bill to me? Unless you think I'm that dumb that I might pay it. Lucky for me, the vehicle's been absolutely trouble-free. That's the good news. We'll have to wait till I'm not driving to straighten it out in the video. I can't do it while I'm driving. It's nice we got Mr. Z spending some time in here tonight. There's not another car dealer on planet Earth that would try to stick somebody with repair work because their guys damaged something doing recall work. That's how bad a dealership that is. That's the worst. And when the DMV guy told me, oh man, they're the worst. Now, who would know better than a DMV guy? Who would know more than the title guy at the DMV? No, just the whole dealership has a crappy reputation. So no thank you. I was happy to have the van. The van has been amazing. I haven't put a thin dime into it. I've changed the oil, taken good care of everything. Yeah, when the guy at DMV tells you, catches his attention, and he's like, oh yeah, man. It's like, wow, you just mentioned that place. Yeah, we have the most trouble with them. Luckily, that somehow or another, they just waived the recall thing. And he's like, that thing's been lifted, so you can just pay your registration, and you're good to go. I'm like, all right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me put my phone case on here. I was like, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let me put the case on. Then we'll fix the picture. I don't know how long the picture's been bad or not. I don't know. Put this here. All right, let me fix this. All right, let's see if that's better. Yeah, how long was it bad? Oh, yeah, we talked about it earlier for hours, Magda. I did admit it definitely put a kink in my feelings about the election. For sure. It definitely had me scratching my sack. I guess the De Niro thing put it up. Yeah, you gotta always tell me when it degrades some so that I can fix it. Because we have a lot of people bail when the picture gets crappy. Let me get my might need the sand tonight. I'm gonna bring that in. Ooh. Give me a second to get situated here.
Oh, you little varmints. Are you fuckers hungry? Come over here, let me feed you. How's it going, you little varmints? Good thing my dear. Hey, Rosie.
Hey, Blackbird.
Hey, you little varmints.
Huh?
It was warm today.
Yeah, look, we're getting a lot of bleed over when we're both live streaming in here. Would you mind live streaming on the table over there? Or,
Okay.
'cause I'm never out here that long anyway. You're
Okay.
usually up for hours and hours and hours. So,
My office.
hello, Magda. How are you?
Oh, Tiger.
Just the people are hearing two voices and they're getting confused on mine. How was your day?
I had a good day.
I don't see any weather warnings. Let's see. I don't see any wind warning. Yeah, I don't know how many people's votes will be changed, but oh shit. I got cashews. I didn't want cashews, but oh well.
Are you hungry? Want some meow mix? Yeah?
That was a surprise. Well, I'm an independent. Pollen very high. Ugh.
Kind of high. Don't be there.
Pollen. I'm so tired of that pollen. Tiger. Yeah, we had a discussion at the beginning of the live stream today, Magda. We were kind of cackling about De Niro. He was going into his tough guy mode. Yeah, I'm getting ready for the mega shoots. I'm right, Naomi. Naomi, I don't want you spending money.
That horse. You want some of this RC parts and stuff? Yeah. Yeah. Hold on.
Trying to get the side chat up here.
Otherwise, go space. Come over here.
I'm not hot and sweaty. I'm comfortable.
Manage it. That's a good walk.
It's very comfortable outside now.
The tiger did like this, but I think he will. It looked like 20.
We were celebrating. What did you have for dinner? What did you have to celebrate? I think he went out and raised another 10 million tonight, so crab and shrimp and lobster and margaritas. Get ready for the heat, it's a coming. You be careful on the crane. You're the man. Oh, that's right. You got the easy job on it. That is the one and only Mr. Z. Yeah, it's hot. I don't mind the heat. I've survived the heat. What's not cool this time is I don't have AC. So, unless I take Cupcake, a car with 200,000 miles on it.
Okay.
But I can't say I felt anything about the verdict. Hey, Bianca. How you doing? You know. I remember just feeling sad for our country, right? Yeah, well, I'll probably be around there later. It's a mega chooch tomorrow. No, I didn't know he was toast. I never presumed the mind of a jury, but because of the irregularities of the court case, he has a good chance of getting it overturned on the Court of Appeals and then remanded for a new trial. Mag, I don't think it's going to make a bit of difference with people, to tell you the truth. I think those that were going to vote for Trump are going to go vote for Trump. I mean, that's just the way I see it. Well, you know, I guess mind your, mind who you're messing around with, and you don't have to worry about it. Oh, that's funny. Magda's out celebrating today. Like, really? Really? Celebrating with lobster. Well, the appeals court doesn't redo the whole trial. They just look to see if there were any irregularities in the proceeding of the first trial. That's all the appeals court is empowered to do, is just make sure the lower court did what they should do properly. That's it. I don't know, but it's been good to have Mr. Z in this stream tonight. In a few weeks we'll be back in Vegas. I think it's before the monsoon season, which is good. Oh man, that's the worst. Oh, that monsoon had all that rain before, and the humidity was so high. I'd be happy. I barely get days where I'm in the best of moods. Oh, jeez. Well, you never know. You might wake up tomorrow and your Biden's keeled over, and now you got Kamala. No, I don't think I need a house in Vegas. I need to have a place at the Dragon View Motel there. A good old Dragon View. I don't disrespect any president. Kamala's your lady. Bad rain in Texas. Good old tornado. Yeah, I guess it goes with the turf down there. You know. Yeah, sorry, I'm not a big Kamala fan. That's just me. Oh. Alan's like, I'm so tired of it. Lee, well, you had to know it was going to be the topic tonight. A house with a jacuzzi in Vegas. I lived in the 50s under McCarthy. Well, you're not a card-carrying communist, are you? Right. It almost cost Lucille Ball her career. She was the only one in Hollywood that ever really escaped that because of her husband. And before one of their CBS shows, which they filmed before an audience, he came out and discussed it. Well, they want to keep Kamala low under the radar screen. like Hillary either. I thought she had some steel balls in her or something. Some guy coughing up green alien eggs. What the hell is he doing? You know, getting into the, the freaking limousine, and like, what the hell is that? Shit's falling down her pants leg. Like, what the hell, man? She certainly kept her husband on a tight leash. Front yard, catching night crawlers for bait. Hey Taylor, how you doing, babe? Yeah, a lot of those people couldn't wait to name names. Bunch of rats.
You go eat that other stuff. What happened? How much are you eating?
Hollywood was deep with comedies. Deep, starting with King Vidor, King Vidor, the director, and right on down the line. Only one was True Blue, good old Cecil B. DeMille. They are bad. Communism is bad. It's equal misery for all. Playing some video games. Oh, there we go. Baby must be sitting on a nerve. What are you smoking?
What?
Smells like shit, Adam. What is it?
Does it?
Yeah. It's weird. It must be a different kind. I don't know. Or else the air's not moving tonight.
This is such a
Good old Cecil B. DeMille. Yeah, there's nothing good about communism. Equal misery for all. Not my cup of tea. I guess if you can be in the Politburo, it's all good. But if you're in the proletariat, you got a big problem. You'll be locked in for life. Oh, it all depends on whose ox is being gored, right? That's the deal. Right, June? Whose ox is being gored? Well, I guess everybody in the world could say it was somebody else's country. I guess France belonged to the Visigoths before the Franks came in. Right? And I guess China belonged to the Huns before before Genghis Khan moved in. I don't swing that way. I don't swing that way, honey. That ain't my thing. Hey, James. I guess we should turn over China to the Mongolians. They were here first. Mongolia for China for Mongolians. Right. Everybody had to be something. You know, they have to be Billy Badass. History's full of the conquerors and the conquerees. History is all about conquest. One day this country will be overrun. One day this country will probably fall to another tribe or something. It's all about the circle of domination. You can't change human nature. I wish we could, but no Twister tonight. How's everything in the friendly skies, James? We always are open to opinions here. We never shut anybody down in here. As long as you speak civilly. That poor dog over there. I don't know if that dog's ever been for a walk. Who knows? Because it's supposed to be an upbeat chat. That's what it is. That's what it is, June. That's the history of the world. It's a sad history of mankind. Radical. Magda, you are a trip, honey. You are a trip. That's good, James. Stay safe, my friend. People are bouncing in the air up there. They don't like to wear their lap belts around their laps. Lee, you better put that map in a safe place, brother. Right? So many people bury stuff in the backyard and then they forget all about it. Then they're like in the movie Holes, digging up the whole place. Oh boy. Well, the Trumper had a tough day today. We always get along in here. That poor dog. That dog doesn't get any attention at all. What a beautiful night, but there's not a breeze stirring. But they say a breeze is coming in, but I don't think so. It's kind of weird. 8 o'clock, I have to click that pump on. Well, you know, you should subscribe to people because you like them, Zombie, not because of, you know, the views. This channel's a failure. Somebody said Magda's an intellectual bully. State of the Union. I should call it the State of the Disunion. Right? Magda, you're an intellectual bully. That's why I said you'd be perfect for the remake of Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. All you have to do is have a Manhattan glass in your hand the whole movie and keep asking for another refill. You were useless then, and you're just as useless now. Oh, you're going to have warm temperatures because there's no marine layer. Yeah, that's okay. I got my little fan. I got me little fan. Magda's the professorial type. She takes pride in inculcating the students. uh, right rolling. You better keep an eye on your clothes, Lee. That's turned into a wild little park. I'm just saying. Like rolling, what a hoot. That's like so silted up now, isn't it? Right? Yeah, somebody today's like, well, you were too cheap to run the heat during the winter, so what do you, of course you're not going to have any cooling in summer. Yeah, that's right. How's your meat, zombie? I was so glad Mr. Z is in here tonight. You get back to your drawer, sure, and your drawers aren't there. Yes. Well, that's exactly where that would be. Dissolving shorts, please. 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 This lake is so nasty. It was the original dam from the 1860s for the Baltimore City water supply. It's all silted up now. You might this summer. Yeah, find some kelp. I got to get some OPs. But Amanda Hug and Kiss says, no, that's not fashionable. No, what time is Pride? I wasn't going to. Are they having a thing down on the square Saturday? Yeah, I might pop over there. Strip poker. Medication time. Medication time. Edible underwear. That's so gross. Dissolving shorts, that's it. Are they going to be down at Railroad Square? Or, I mean, down at the square? Yeah, it'll probably go into the night. So I'll probably go live in the afternoon and the evening. Mr. Z, malfunction. Bagged Amanda Hug and Kiss got engaged. I don't know if you heard the news. She is engaged. It is gross. I never liked that edible panties thing. Oh, you'll be there all day? Cool. Building mailboxes tomorrow. Oh, you're in the parade. What time's the parade start? Yeah, what time does the parade start? Good night, Alan. Edible drawers. You don't even want to know. You stay nice and virginal there, Naomi. You don't even want to know, honey. You don't even want to know. Okay, starts at 11. What's the parade route? Down Main Street or down Candy G-string? Is it going to be up Mendocino or down Santa Rosa Avenue? All right. Hey, MR. I'm concerned about my virtue. I always am. You're a good Mormon, right? I gotta be. I have to defend you, honey. I have to keep you safe. There's some soul out there that needs a body, right? The word. Amazed, like there's one word that we can't say here. Just one. Just one word that you better not say. Hey, hey, ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, cool. So you're going to be on a float, huh? Right. Yeah, it's been so nice to have Mr. Z here tonight. Magda's a tough bird, James. Magda's that professorial type. Snot rags. I got plenty of them here. Let me tell you, I wouldn't wish my allergies on anybody. Not even you, zombie. Alright, let's put the pump on. I still have to work. For some reason that timer still, I didn't program it right. Gotta do that. Well, the pump is on. Surprise me. Maybe it's working now. I don't know. I got to check the timer tomorrow. Yeah, you'll be able to trace where I am. I'm going to start about 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a mega chooch tomorrow. End up at the cemetery and then head over to grocery outlet to do some shopping. So I got to make sure to charge up my flashlight and everything. Hopefully we'll see Bianca tomorrow night. You can't see yourself on a float? I don't know. Express your pride, right? Oh. All right, guys, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and close out for tonight, too. So thanks for coming in. And go take care of this eye. Put some drops in. So in the meantime, thank you very much for being along tonight. And thumbs up are appreciated. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. And thanks for being along, everybody. Thank you, moderators.